Yo, this your boy, Badass. On his preview slash reaction, Purdue versus Michigan State. Um, that second half was crazy. That was, man, it was crazy. Just, I don't even know how to explain that type of crazy shit. It was just, they was not calling no call for State. Like, man, I saw at least about, I want to say at least four or five fouls did not get called. And I know for a fact it was more than that, but at least 4 or 5 did not get called at all. And most of them foul out of 4 or 5 fouls was clear as day. It was very clear as day, and they did not call it. They was calling a BS call on Michigan State. Like, I don't understand at all, but Michigan State, man, I don't know. They damn near lost this game. They was down first half about 4 points, and got up to 10, and the biggest lead for Penn State was 12 points, and they blew a 12-point lead. Can't do that. You can't think because you up by 12 points is game over. That's only 12 points. And then you playing a good team as like Michigan State. What's the problem with that was they was not they was turning the ball over like always. Sidley foul, and they wasn't shooting the ball well, and what else? It was something else. They was just not. They were just overdoing it. I would say they were trying to overdo it, and that's how they got up to 12 points by turning up the ball, silly fouling, and not shooting the ball well. And that's what it was. But they finally settled down and got in their rhythm. That's the word I was. They was not in their rhythm. That's the word I was looking for. They was not in their rhythm at all. They finally got in the rhythm and started getting fouled. And that's what really set it up when they started getting to the free throw line. And when they got to the free throw line, they took over. They had a 15-point lead, and they won only by 8. I would take that. I guess I'd take that. And they cut it down almost. They cut it down to 6 points. Not Purdue. Penn State. I mean, they cut it down to 6 points. To two possession. You know, they almost made that last 3. It would have been 1 possession, and we'd been in trouble. But Michigan State didn't let that happen, and excuse me. And they came out with the dub. I'm scared we gonna lose that Purdue game because if we turn off the ball the way we've been doing all season, we ain't gonna beat Purdue. Now, if we shooting well that night, I would say we have a shot, but something telling me we ain't gonna shoot well that night, and they gonna lose. They gonna lose that game. All right, I just got that feeling. But it is what it is. The turnover, that's what's gonna hurt us in the playoff. It's the turnover. When we get into the playoff, because Michigan State definitely got into the playoff. They got a chance of being the Final Four team. They got a chance of being that. They even got a chance of going all the way to be the finals. They have a chance, but they got to clean up the turnover. When they play Michigan State ball, meaning when they play their game, they could be very, 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 very dangerous, and they could compete with any team out there in the country, in the country. Ouch. Anybody, and been proven, even been said. Yeah, it been said by different coaches we played against. This could be a Final Four team. They are a Final Four team. It just we have to work on is turning the ball over. Turning the ball over. That's what we got to work on. Turning the ball over and fouling. That's the two things we got to work on. When we get those two under control, Michigan State, and play Michigan State ball, we'd be fine. We could compete with any team in the country. We just gotta play Michigan State ball and stop turning the ball over. Stop turning the ball over. And a lot of it be like overdoing it, like because trying to overdo it. That's when a lot of they turnover come from, in my opinion. Like overdoing it, and the fouling, it just where the foul come from, it just be. I don't know where the foul comes from. Like just frustration at time, and just trying to overdo it. You know, frustration and overdoing it. Try to overdo it. Yeah, that's how I feel. Hopefully we can get this turning the ball over under control before the playoff, because Michigan State would not win no playoff, would not win their division, the Big Ten title, if they keep turning over the ball. I still believe it's still gonna be Michigan State versus Ohio, Michigan State versus Purdue. That's why I really believe that's who gonna be for our division. And if we want to have a shot to go and have a chance to be in the playoff for our division, we gotta start now working on turning the ball over and learn how to start fast. It's like either like we start slow at time, or we fall off during the game, middle of the game, or late in the game. We got to stop doing that. We got to work on that. We got to start fast and finish even faster. If we could do that, if we could do the little things, like not turning the ball over, silly fouling, Michigan State be damn near unstoppable. This your boy Eric Badass on his reaction, preview/reaction on Penn State versus Michigan State. Peace.